بالله ممكن طبعا فراتك مرحبا درنما أرمنتي بفرنا هم كروس رودون واقوتهم ميكانستني موديفز فيمن إن بوليسن ساميت تهاس فان سويس إفتاح كرمت كانوتا مي ساميت فيشو مرتكا مي بابا رسميات واقوتهم مي رسميات شرفير كود ديواني هي سوشم هوري أركنا محمد مويسوكي أم بكم بدون ساجيتا محمد كودا واقوت كولي جتيريكا مي ساميت فيش مايكي أرمنتي بفرنا هم رسميات واقوتهم كانستينا مي ساميت كي موديفز بوليسن نتا women in policing committee إفتاح كرما قولين إدوها خاصة gen kuriya kenda hama summit ekkan faha kollan tinduwa huge me summit ka kama golon huri gina daira tak ke paratta baverive hama leadership ha muhimu daira takun hama summit ke bata kuriya tane ade research muhuriya gam ka balum mihar me bani hama me sarahatta wanaf me hasabal me mekenestini modis women in police summit te has fan service fishmatta ka me bawa rasmiyatu agutam
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون ولتكن منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون صدق الله العظيم.
Every year on September 17th, the Maldives Police Service marks Women in Policing Day, a day of recognition and pride, celebrating the dedication and achievements of women officers and staff. Since its establishment in 2021, the Maldives Women in Policing Committee has played a leading role in driving empowerment and gender equality within the Maldives Police Service and beyond. This year, the committee proudly hosts the Women in Policing Summit 2025 from 4th to 6th October, a platform for dialogue, cooperation, and international progress in law enforcement. Since establishment as a separate entity in 2004, the Maldives Police Service has transformed from humble beginnings into a modern professional organization. Through resilience, innovation, and community partnerships, the service now stands as a trusted guardian of justice and order. Technology has revolutionized policing, from command and control centers and CCTV networks to forensic breakthroughs and cybercrime units. These advancements have strengthened effectiveness, transparency, and public trust. Women officers and staffs are the forefront of the progress, driving cyber investigations, managing surveillance systems, and advancing forensic science. Their expertise guarantees innovation, modern practice, and inclusivity in policing. Recruitment today reflects diversity and equality, opening opportunities for individuals across the Maldives. For women, this has been transformative, enabling them to join, complete rigorous trainings, and rise through the ranks. Uniform and equipment have also been adapted to better suit women officers, ensuring comfort, practicality, and professionalism, while preserving pride and unity in service. From forensic laboratories to traffic units, from community policing to tactical operations, women officers serve with pride, professionalism, and resilience. In leadership, women continue to rise, proving there are no limits to what they can achieve. Their presence not only drives progress within the service but also inspires the next generation of officers, shaping a future that is stronger, more inclusive, and forward-looking. Today, women serve as commanders, investigators, community leaders, and international representatives, redefining the landscape of policing in the Maldives. At the heart of these achievements in the Maldives Women in Policing Committee, since its establishment, it has been the driver of empowerment, supporting women within the Maldives Police Service and across other law enforcement agencies nationwide. Through mentorship, capacity building, and international collaboration, committee has strengthened gender equality in security. A key milestone was the mentoring training, the butterfly effect. Every action has impact, empowering a women in security and law enforcement. This initiative gave rise to a sustainable mentoring program endorsed the National College of Policing and Law Enforcement, called Training for Women Mentors in Security and Law Enforcement. Over the past 4 years, different administrations of the committee have initiated countless forums, workshops, and conferences, empowering women to lead with purpose, confidence, and impact. Today, women officers are presented with greater opportunities for growth and advancement. With international exchanges, scholarships, and advanced training, they gain valuable insights and return stronger, enriching the service and inspiring peers. Promotion pathways and mentorship ensure that women are not only included but actively supported to rise as leaders, role models, and pioneers of change. The Maldives Police Service today stands as a symbol of progress, unity, and inclusion. With women leading at every level and with the Women in Policing Committee as a catalyst for change, we look forward for a future that is safer, stronger, and more resilient. We honor their achievements, celebrate their contributions, and inspire generations to come.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. Welcome to the opening ceremony of the Maldives Women in Policing Summit 2025. on behalf of Maldives Police Service and Maldives Women in Policing Committee, I extend warm greetings to the First Lady of the Republic of Maldives, Her Excellency Madam Sajida Mohammed, Minister of Homeland Security and Technology Ali Ihsan, Commissioner of Police Ismail Naveen, respected ambassadors, senior officials, distinguished guests, esteemed participants, and all attendees who have gathered here with us today to mark this significant occasion. I am Higher Intelligence Analyst Aishat Neelam Rashid, and it is my honor to be the Master of Ceremony for today's event. To commence this event with blessings, we begin with the recitation of the verses from the Holy Quran by Technical Support Officer Ms. Fazna Ahmed, followed by video presentation, Empowered Women, Safer Communities, which has highlighted the inspiring journey, contributions, and achievements of women in policing in the Maldives. I now invite Commissioner of Police Ismail Naveen to deliver the welcome remarks. Sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Her Excellency Madam Sajida Mohammed, First Lady of the Republic of Maldives, Minister of Homeland Security and Technology, Ali Ihsan, Deputy Commissioner of Police, distinguished guests, respected colleagues, international partners, and participants. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to you all. It gives me great pride and privilege to stand before you at this first ever Women in Policing Summit hosted in the Maldives. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Her Excellency Madam Sajida Mohammed, First Lady of the Republic of Maldives, for gracing this historic event with her presence. We are deeply honored to have you with us today. This moment is truly historic, not only for the Maldives Police Service, but for us all as a nation, as we reaffirm the commitment of building a policing institution that is inclusive, resilient, and representative of island communities that we serve. Allow me to extend a very warm welcome to our international delegates. Your presence here, having traveled from far and near, is a testament to the spirit of solidarity and knowledge sharing that defines the global policing community. We are deeply grateful for your willingness to share your experiences, insights, and expertise with us in this summit. Today, as we gather under the theme, Empowering Women, Strengthening Policing, we recognize that women in policing are not just participants in law enforcement. They are leaders, problem solvers, and protectors who bring unique strength to this noble profession. Emotional intelligence, empathy, and resilience are qualities that have transformed the way policing engages with families and our communities. I would like to acknowledge the remarkable contributions of women serving in the Maldives Police Service. Your professionalism, your courage, and your leadership are a true source of pride and inspiration for the whole institution. Equally, we recognize the contributions of women officers in regional and international police organizations who continue to break barriers and set powerful examples for the next generation. At the Maldives Police Service, we are deeply committed to advancing this agenda. We are investing in specialized training, leadership opportunities, gender mainstreaming initiatives, and mentorship programs designed to empower women officers at every level of policing. These efforts are not just merely about fairness or representation. They are about building stronger, more capable institutions that can serve our people with compassion and effectiveness. We are also honored by the presence and support of our esteemed international partners at this summit. I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to Interpol, the Australian Federal Police, the National Police Agency of Japan, the SVP National Police Academy of Indian Police Service, IPS, UNICEF representative to the Maldives, the Security Department of Hainan of China, senior representative from Interior Ministry of Saudi Arabia, and the United Nations Development Program, UNDP. Your partnership and collaboration strengthen our capacity to enrich our perspectives and reaffirm that empowering women in policing is a shared global mission. None of this progress would be possible without the steadfast support of our partners in the region and beyond. On behalf of Maldives Police Service, I would extend our heartfelt appreciation to all our international and regional partners for continued collaboration, your technical support, and your friendship. Together, we are shaping the future where women in policing is not just included, but fully empowered to lead who are competent. As we look ahead, we must also recognize that competent women in policing is not just about representation within our ranks, but also about how our institutions evolve to meet the challenges of modern society. From tackling emerging crimes to strengthening community trust, women officers bring perspectives that enrich decision-making and foster solutions that are both effective and compassionate. Their leadership is essential to ensuring that policing remains people-centered, innovative, and responsive to the needs of every community that we serve across the nation. Excellencies, distinguished guests, as we embark on these sessions ahead, let us use this summit to share ideas, network, exchange experience, and build networks that are well beyond this gathering. Let us commit to building institutions that safeguard the rights of women and children, to protect most vulnerable and ensure justice for all. I would like to sincerely thank Minister of Homeland Security and Technology, Ali Ihsan, for his unwavering trust and confidence in senior officers of MPS to host this landmark event. This encouragement reflects your belief in the leadership, professionalism, and ability to shape future policing of the Maldives. I'm confident that Maldives Women in Policing Summit will embark as a landmark step to strengthen our collective resolve to empower women in policing and transform policing. Thank you. Shukriya. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Commissioner, for your inspiring words and gracious welcome. Next is the opening address. May I now invite Minister of Homeland Security and Technology, Ali Ihsan, to deliver the opening address. Sir.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First Lady of the Republic of Maldives, Madam Sajida Muhammad, Commissioner of Police Ismail Naveen, distinguished guests, and all the women in uniform. Assalamu alaikum and a wonderful morning to you all. Today, we stand at the threshold of a transformative moment, not only for our nation, but for the broader narrative of gender inclusion in policing and security. It is an honor to address you as we all gather to celebrate, reflect, and chart the way forward for women in security and law enforcement sector. First, let me thank our chief guest, Madam First Lady, Madam Sajida Muhammad, for honoring the occasion with her presence. Madam, your leadership and selfless service to this nation, even before assuming the role as First Lady, is an inspiration and a beacon of hope for every woman and girl child of this country and beyond. Thank you, Madam. I wish to extend my deepest gratitude and admiration to the women in uniform who serve our nation with unwavering dedication. Your courage, sacrifice, and leadership are the bedrock of our community's safety and security. Whether patrolling our streets, responding to crisis, or mentoring the next generation, you embody resilience and professionalism. Your presence in this field challenges stereotypes, inspires change, and ensures the Maldives Police Service and other security-related institutions reflects the diversity and strength of our society. To each of you, I say, your service is seen, valued, and celebrated. This summit marks a historic milestone as the first of its kind in the Maldives. It places gender inclusion at the heart of our vision for policing and security. By convening today, we are not only recognizing the contributions of women, but also committing to dismantling barriers and creating pathways for their advancement. This summit is a platform for dialogue, shared learning, and actionable strategies to ensure that women's voices and leadership are integral to shaping the future of security and law enforcement in our nation. President Dr. Mohamed Muiz and the government is steadfast in its commitment to advancing women's role in policing and broader security and law enforcement institutions. Through targeted reforms, enhanced training programs, and expanded leadership opportunities, we are working to create an environment where women can thrive. We are investing in policing that promote equitable recruitment, retention, and promotion, ensuring that women are not only present, but empowered to lead. Our vision is clear: a policing service and security agencies where talent and dedication, not gender, define one's potential. Beyond our shores, we recognize the power of regional and global collaborations. The challenges and opportunities we face in advancing gender inclusion are not unique to the Maldives. By fostering partnerships, sharing best practices, and engaging in mentoring and joint initiatives across borders, we can amplify our impact. This summit is a testament to our commitment to learning from one another, drawing inspiration from global leaders in policing, and building networks that empower women in uniform worldwide. As we look to the future, I urge us all to embrace the Interagency Declaration on Leadership and Capacity Development of Women in Security and Law Enforcement as a milestone for collective progress. This declaration is more than a document. It's a pledge to uphold equality, foster inclusion, and ensure that women in security and law enforcement are supported to reach their full potential. Let's adapt it as a guiding framework, not just for our institutions, but for the values we champion as a nation. In closing, let me be a catalyst for this change, a moment where we commit to action, collaboration, and a shared vision for a more inclusive and equitable future. To the women in uniform, know that your contributions are shaping a safer, stronger Maldives. To all our partners, stakeholders, and allies, thank you for joining us in this journey. Together, let us build a legacy of empowerment and progress that will inspire generations to come. Thank you, and may this summit mark the beginning of a new era of women in security and law enforcement in the Maldives. Have a great and a very successful summit. Thank you all.
Thank you, Minister, for your insightful and inspiring remarks. Next is the remarks from our esteemed Title and Platinum partner. I invite Dr. Edward Adai, UNICEF representative in the Maldives, to deliver his remarks. Sir.
Thank you, Aishat, Madam Aishat, for elevating us to the platinum level. We'd love to stay there and enjoy that space because we have a unique relationship with the Maldives Police Service, a relationship that resonates with the mission of the service to protect and to serve. Thank you very much for the work you are doing as a police service. Thank you very much to the women in uniform. Your Excellency, Madam Sajida Mohammed, the First Lady of the Republic of Maldives. For Maldives children and women, bright as your lovely blue seas, Madam, you hold their dreams in your hands. Hands that are both strong and true. Indeed, a mother's grace, a nation's guiding light. First Lady, you guard their future, bold and bright. Thank you very much for coming. Honorable Ali Lusan, Minister of Homeland Security and Technology. I've said time without number that it's through your work that we remain safe. It's through your work that our young people who are in contact and in conflict with the law get second opportunities. When our children, our mothers, and we ourselves are not safe, nothing matters. Thank you for the work you're doing to keep us safe. Honorable Ismail Naveen, Commissioner of Police, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for the unique partnerships that we have with the Maldives Police Service. Thank you for the commitment to gender equality. Thank you for promoting women in uniform. But more importantly, thank you for leading the commitment to protect and to serve the people of the Maldives and to make our communities safe. Thank you for the work you're doing. Good morning, assalamu alaikum. It is with profound honor that I join all of you today at the first ever Women in Policing Summit in the Maldives. As you have heard, this occasion is not just historic, it is visionary. We gather under a theme that is both urgent and inspiring, empowering women and strengthening policing. This theme reminds us of a truth beautifully captured in the words of Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And today, the dreams of Maldivian women in uniform stand at the heart of a safer, fairer, and more compassionate Maldives. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot to celebrate in this country. The Maldives has made remarkable progress in human development. The statistics speaks for itself. This nation has lifted many, many, many lives and continues to do so. This nation has expanded opportunities for its children and young people. And this nation continues to give children brighter and brighter futures. There's so much to celebrate in this country. And yet, when we also look closely at the statistics, especially with the lens of what the UN has called the Human Capital Index, we still see a glass ceiling still weighing heavily on Maldivian women. Women remain underrepresented in many professions, fortunately, including policing and leadership. Women continue to face obstacles just because they are women. Biases hold them back. They have unequal access to leadership opportunities, and they struggle daily to balance the demands of duty with the demands of the family. But in this struggle, we also find strength. Allow me to share a story of a young female officer I once met. My team advised me not to give the identity because it's easy to find the person, so I'll keep it fairly anonymous, but I would have loved to mention her name. This female officer had been called to respond to a case of violence against a child. When she entered the home, she did not begin with authority. She already had it. She began with empathy. Sitting at the child's level, speaking softly, clearly, but listening deeply, she created a bridge of trust in a moment of fear. Later, the mother told her, "You were not only a police officer that day, you were my daughter's safe harbor, safe haven." This, for me, is the power of women in the uniform and women in police. To enforce the law with empathy and with compassion. To protect not only the person, but also their dignity. To put them on the path to healing, and indeed to be the guardian of both justice and humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, today women, I'm told, make up about 20% of the Maldives police force. Women make up close to 50% of the Maldives population. So the statistics is clear. When we look deeply, for those in uniform, women make about 13%. There's progress to be celebrated because the police force has come very far in including women, and there's leadership and commitment to take this further. The numbers alone cannot also be our measure. It is also true. The number alone cannot be our measure. True empowerment is not only about how many women serve or how many women are in uniform, but also how far they rise. It is about ensuring women are present in specialized fields, in command roles, and in the highest ranks of decision-making of the Maldives Police Service. And I see that happening. And I hope we'll see more and more of that. Because, as Malala Yousafzai once said, you cannot succeed when half of us are held back. For us in UNICEF, we know that when women advance, societies advance. When women in policing break barriers, they become role models for our children, not only for their colleagues, but for every girl who dreams of serving this nation. So, colleagues, let this summit be more than a milestone. Let it be a movement to shatter the glass ceiling and build ladders for growth for our women. A movement to ensure that every woman in uniform has access to mentorship, fair opportunities, and the confidence to lead, to achieve a full potential. A movement that tells our daughters and our girls, young girls, policing, like every profession, is theirs to claim. And finally, a movement that empowers women to embrace both their roles as mothers and wives and sisters and their aspirations as professionals without having to choose between them. And let us remember, empowering women in policing is not only about fairness, as you heard from CP Naveen. It's not about fairness for officers. For us, it's about safer families, safer children, stronger communities, and indeed a Maldives where every child grows up free from fear. When our children are not safe, nothing matters. So on behalf of UNICEF, I would like to salute each and every one of you who serve and continue to serve with courage, with empathy, and with compassion. I know your work is not easy. It demands long hours, sleepless nights, and sometimes unseen sacrifices. Yet it is because of you that our children sleep safer and go to school. That justice has a voice, and that hope finds a home. And for this I say a big thank you to each and every one of you. Together, let's commit to building a police service that is inclusive, resilient, and deeply human. A police service that continues to protect and serve. Or as the Maldivian seas teach us, even the mightiest tide is shaped by many drops. Today, each of you is that drop. Together, you, women in police, are the tide of change. Let me conclude by saying, Kome Kuchaka, Raka Teri, Muj Tamau E, for every child, a safe community. I thank you for your attention.
We sincerely thank Dr. Adai for his continued support and valuable partnership, and for UNICEF's contribution to the welfare of children and the wider community. Now, we have come to one of the significant events of this summit. Next on the agenda is the signing of the Interagency Declaration on Leadership Capacity Development of Women in the Security and Law Enforcement sectors of the Maldives. This declaration represents a shared commitment to strengthening leadership opportunities and advancing capacity building initiatives for women in the security and law enforcement sectors of the Maldives. I would like to invite the signatories of the declaration to the stage. Commissioner of Police Ismail Naveen, Commissioner General of Customs Fatmat Diana, Commissioner of Prisons Hassan Zarir, Controller General of Immigration, Commissioner of Police Retired Ahmad Fasih. I now respectfully invite the Minister of Homeland Security and Technology, Ali Ihsan, to kindly join the signatories on stage to witness this milestone moment. Sir. May I now request all heads of agencies to kindly stand for a group photograph to capture this historic moment. Thank you, Minister. Thank you, esteemed heads of agencies. We now arrive at a moment of great pride, the official launch of the Maldives Women in Policing book. I request the President of Maldives Women in Policing Committee, Chief Superintendent of Police Fatmat Nashwa, to kindly facilitate the launch. Ma'am. May I respectfully invite Minister of Homeland Security and Technology, Ali Ihsan, to launch the Maldives Women in Policing book. The Maldives Women in Policing book is the first publication capturing the history, the milestones, and the achievements of women in the field of policing. Thank you, Minister. We now move to another historic moment, the unveiling of the challenge coin of the Maldives Women in Policing Summit 2025. It is now my honor to invite our chief guest, the First Lady of the Republic of Maldives, Her Excellency Madam Sajida Mohammed, to commemorate the challenge coin of the summit and deliver her keynote address. Ma'am. The challenge coin is inspired by features of a dandelion. It symbolizes hope, unity, and the strength of women. Like its petals carried by the wind, it reflects the resilience and dedication of women in security and law enforcement. I now invite First Lady to deliver her keynote address.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Minister of Homeland Security and Technology, His Excellency Ali Ihsan, Commissioner of Police Ismail Naveen, visiting international partners, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A very good morning to you all. It is a great pleasure to be here at the opening of the Maldives Women in Policing Summit 2025. Let me begin by thanking the Ministry of Homeland Security and Technology, the Maldives Police Service, and other collaborators for organizing this important event. This is more than an event. It is a space to celebrate progress, to reflect honestly, and to imagine a future where women in uniform are not exception, but the norm. Ladies and gentlemen, when we think of policing, one word often comes first: duty. The duty to protect, the duty to respond in times of danger, the duty to serve with dignity. But behind this duty are not just uniforms. There are people. They serve not only to protect, but also to change. To every woman in policing, in defense forces, in customs, immigration, and other uniformed services, I say this: you are protectors of peace, people carrying courage in their hearts and justice in their minds. And among them are women breaking barriers, often quietly, often against great odds. But you are also symbols of possibility. Every girl who sees you learns that she too can stand tall. You carry not only the shield of protection, but the torch of inspiration. Distinguished guests, the theme of this summit, Empowered Women, Safer Communities, says it all. When women are empowered, societies thrive. When women stand in positions of security, every citizen feels safer. This is not just about fairness, it is about trust, it is about resilience. Communities trust institutions more when they see themselves reflected in their protectors. Victims of crime, especially women and children, are more likely to come forward. And decisions are made not only with force, but with empathy, with dialogue, with prevention. Inclusivity in policing is not symbolic, it is strategic. It makes institutions stronger, smarter, and more effective. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in uncertain times. Security threats are more complex than ever before. Cybercrime, human trafficking, climate disasters, violent extremism. No single perspective can solve these challenges. No single gender can carry the burden alone. The evidence is clear. Inclusive institutions perform better. They adapt faster. They inspire more trust. This is why empowering women in policing matters, not just for the Maldives, but for our region and for the world. And to the young women and girls listening today, let me say this clearly: security is not close to you. Policing is not beyond your reach. These are professions where you can thrive and where your unique strengths are needed more than ever. Courage is not measured by size or background. True courage is shown in how you rise above adversity. And I believe Maldivian women will continue to show that courage in its purest form. Distinguished guests, I welcome the interagency declaration that will emerge from this summit, and I strongly support the collaboration with our international partners. Leadership training, capacity building, mentorship. These are not small steps. They are building blocks of institutions our daughters and our granddaughters will inherit. Fairer, stronger, more inclusive. I urge every participant here today to use this summit fully, to listen, to share, to innovate, and above all, to commit. Commit to workplaces where women are not exceptions, but equals. As I close, I leave you with this thought. When a woman steps forward to protect her community, she does more than uphold the law. She reshapes the very meaning of justice. She transforms safety from a service delivered to the people into a trust shared with the people. May this summit strengthen that trust, and may it be remembered as a turning point in our national journey to empower women for safer communities, stronger institutions, and a brighter future. I extend my warmest wishes for a successful and beneficial summit. Thank you all.
Thank you, First Lady, for your inspiring address and unwavering support. Your presence and thoughtful words truly honor this historic occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the opening ceremony of the Maldives Women in Policing Summit 2025. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend our sincere thanks for your gracious presence and support this morning. May this summit serve as a meaningful platform to further promote inclusivity, strengthen leadership, and uphold excellence in policing. We will end the ceremony with the national anthem, followed by a group photo and refreshment. Please rise for the national anthem of the Maldives.
Befuna hame wagutung amikene sini Maldives Women in Policing Summit tehas fan service feshumattaka me pe virasmiyatu virasmiya sharafir kodde wafani raisu jumhuriya ge amikabulum Sajida Muhammad adihama dakhili salamata faniyata behe wazir Ali Ihsan Commissioner of Police adihama me ge itura salamata rakka tekkam ge me daira ga masake kura gina farata kun apave fe me summit ki tin duwahu ge muntata kuriya kenda summit me ge beenuma ka vege midani salamati daira to ga masake kura anhen fuluhunna adihama me daira के एक इदारा तो गमसके कुरा फरात तक के लीडरशिप इतुर कुरमा आदि फरात का पेनोवा तजपा हिस्सा कुरुंग में समिट की मिगोता राज्य का बावा इम्मे फुरतमा समिट का विस्फाह कोलंग एक दायरा तो गमसके कुरा अंगे फुलुहुन आदि हम इदारा तंग हिमने हिंग फंसाह वरिगिना फरातुंग एबा में समिट का बैर वडानवा एक तुंग हमा में समिट का एक इंटरनेशनल इदारा तक के फरात तक आदि हम एक इतुरा फस गाँव में के तज තජුබා කාරුම් වෙස් බෑරවඩෑන් ඒ ෆරාතකුන් මේ දායරාගේ තජුබා හිස්සා කුරුම් වෙ සමා කුරිය තාණකන් ෆාහක් කොල්ලන් මේ සමිට් මේ කුරිය ගෙන්දනි ක්‍රොස් රෝඩ් ක සමිට් තින් දෝහක් කුරිය තාණේ මේ හසාබන් අල්මෙන් හම මෝඩිව්ස් විමන් ඉන් පොලිසින් සමිට් තහස් ෆන්සෙ සිෆ්තා කුර්මට්ට කාමේ බේවි රස්මියත් නිමාදා ෆක්විලානා එමෙ ෆරාතක සරපාචි රොගත් කොල කැදෙන් අස්සලාමු අලයිකුම්
PSM न्यूज़ का मिगडी के मुहि मोहब्बत हो गसुरु हित हो गतरेगा MDP कोरिया केंद्रीय मुजाहरा का बैवरिंग फरातुम फेनिगंदिए सुहवरे हरकत नूकम दाहिल सलामता फर्नियाता बेह वजीर विदालवुं MDP कोरिया केंद्रीय एवं फुलुं गवाज बहुरसली फरात काम दुकान निफिवलानकम दिवेहि फुलुं हिदमतुं विदालवुं फतरुरकम गे सिनातु गे एम्मे गे मसेकतु मेहर राज्य फतरुरिन गेन्नं अमासि फिबरा वासुवानकम फतरुरकम बेह वजीर विदाल खबर गे तुरों वोकेशनल तामरिन दिनुमा मालेगा हाई स्कूल हुलवनिमा फॉर्म हुशाला हुलवाले खबर गे तफसीलवस मिगडीगा
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम PSM न्यूज़ के मिगडी के खबर बालम गंदबा हो रहा बेफरनविस महबाद नवंग मिगडी के खबर है कि बदल कोली और नफिका हामिद MDP कोरिया गेंदिया मुजा